Good day, this is Jessa Castillo, base IT 3E. Today's video, I'm going to do the activity 2.1.3, build the chapter topology. Task 1, place and physically configure the devices. Step 1, place the devices in the topology. Drag 1,841 routers from the device area to the logical workplace and place them on top of levels R1, R2, and R3. So, let's arrange this first. So, as stated in the instruction, to place the routers 1,841 at the top of the our routers. First, first is the router 1. Is the router 1. Next is router 2. Next is router 3. Then drag 3,960 switches from the device area to the logical workplace and place them on top of levels S1, S2, and S3. Switches 2,960. This one. S1, S2. Then S3. Next is drag 3 generic pieces from the device area to the logical workplace and place them on top of levels PC1, PC2, and PC3. Next is the PC1, PC2, and PC3. Now I'm done placing the devices in the topology. So, next step. Add modules to the routers for each of the 3 routers. Click on the router configuration window opens with the physical tab selected. Click the power switch to turn off the router. Then drag a WIC2T module to the open slot on the right. Turn the router back on and click the CLI tab to view the boot up process. When the boot up process is complete, click the config tab. First is to click the R1, router 1, and then turn off. Then drag the WIC2T module and put it here, then turn on again. Waiting to complete. Next is the router 2. Router 2, so same process. And turn on again. Next is the router tree. Turn off. And turn on. Now I'm done adding the modules to the routers. So proceed to the next task. Name the devices. Change the device display names. Access router R1, the router configuration window opens with the config tab selected. Set the display name to R1. So first is the R1. I'm going to change the name. As you can see, the display name here is the router 0, so I'm going to change it to R1. Next is our R2. R2. Next is the R3. Change the display names on the other two routers to match the labels. Change the display names on the three switches to match the labels. So I'm going also to change the names of the three switches. Switch 1. Next is switch 2. Switch 2. Then switch 3. Switch 3. Then change the display names on the three PCs to match the labels. To avoid name conflicts, change the display name of the PC3 first, followed by the PC2, then PC1. Next is the PC. PC1. It won't change, so PC1. So first is the PC3. PC3, PC2. Then PC3, PC1. Now I'm done changing the device display names. So I'm going to proceed the next task. Connect the devices. Step 1, connect the routers to each other. So first that I'm going to connect is use a copper straight-through cable to connect interface bus Ethernet 00 on all three routers to the first port on the corresponding switch. So by using the copper straight over, click the R1, then connect to switch 1, bus Ethernet 01. Next is Using the copper straight over click and pass Ethernet 02 on connect to PC1, pass Ethernet. Next, select connections in the device area and use a serial DCA cable to connect interface serial 00 on router R1 to interface serial 00 on router R2. The first router you click is connected to the DCE end of the cable, so start with router R1. This time I'm gonna use the serial DCA. Then click the router 1, then serial 00, connect to the router 2. Then use a serial DCA cable to connect the interface serial 01 on router R2 to interface serial 01 on router R3. The first router you click is connected to the DCA end of the cable, so start with router 2. Serial 01 and serial 01. Next, so I'm done connecting the devices. Step 3, verify the configuration. Verify your configuration by checking the check result. My completion is already 100%. Check result. So as you can see, it all checked. So that's all. The activity is completed.